Howdy folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the Mighty Bjorn, and today in this Mighty Game Review, I am giving you a review of Metro Redux and Metro Last Light Redux. I know the games are a bit older, but they are soon going to be coming to Nintendo Switch, so I figured I'd cover them, show off some gameplay footage, let you hear some sounds of the games and see the environment, yada yada yada. As well as I'm soon planning on doing a game review of Metro Exodus. I'm more or less have been waiting for the Sam's Quest DLC to be released, and I was going to play through that and give a review of the whole game. So let's dive in here with Metro 2033. The game is based on a book, Metro 2033 by Dmitry Glukovsky. I'm not quite sure if I said his name right. I hope I did. And it is a first-person shooter survival horror type game. They definitely did a really good job with the horror aspects of the game. It was released in 2010 and developed by 4A Games, and its publisher was THQ. It would be released on only Xbox 360 and Windows PC. Now, a few years later, Metro Redux would be released. That's the first installment of the Metro Redux series. That's Metro 2033. And it was released in 2014 on PlayStation 4, Windows PC, Xbox One, OS, Lynx, and Steam OS, and is planned for release on Switch in February of 2020. However, there's a slight change here because of THQ going bankrupt. The publisher for Metro Redux was actually Deep Silver Games, which is still the publisher today for the Metro games. Next would be Metro Last Light. Once again, development team was 4A Games, publishers Deep Silver, because by this point THQ had gone out of business. It was released on PC, PS3, Xbox 360 on May of 2013. Now, finally, Last Light Redux on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in August of 2014. Now, the Last Light Redux is planned for release on Nintendo Switch in February 2020. Alright, so let's throw some other stuff out here. Metro Last Light. I'm covering a lot of stuff, so I'm trying to do this the best I can with what I got to work with. Metro Last Light has 4 DLCs, folks. Count them 4. The first DLC was July of 2013. It was the Faction Pack. It contains 3 new single-player missions, with the player playing as a Redline Sniper, a Fourth Reich Heavy Soldier, or as a Polaris Ranger in training. I have to admit, I haven't played through them. I'm sorry. Then there's the Tower Pack. It releases single-player challenge missions that also have online leaderboards. Next, there was the Developer Pack, which added a shooting gallery, combat sim, in-game museum, and a single-player mission called the Spider's Nest. Finally, the last one was called the Chronicles Pack. It had 3 new missions featuring Pavel, Khan, and Anna, which, spoiler alert, Anna actually returns in Metro Exodus. Now, the Redux version, and the reason I stated about the 4 DLCs that was added to Metro Last Light, the Last Light Redux version of the game comes with all the DLCs included. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about the game. It's pretty simple. Post-apocalyptic war happens, and you're trying to survive in subways, essentially. As you can see, I'm going through Subway right now. I'm getting ready to disarm a trap here. That is actually part of the experience of the game. You got different things are much different. I remember when I was streaming the game, I compared it to Fallout in Russia. That's just in general terms, but that's nowhere near correct. Okay, so the thing to cover with the game is ammunition is limited, but there's also military grade ammunition, which does additional damage. However, military grade ammunition is also currency. It's what you use to buy. You can buy bullets, you can buy accessories for your weapons, medical supplies, gas mask filters, so on and so forth. And that's actually one thing I really like that they covered in the Metro Exodus or the Metro games as well, as that there actually is. You do have to worry more actually about radiation than even in the Fallout games. So it gives that post-apocalyptic feel even more. You don't spend very much time on the surface, but when you go out to the surface, it's a complete freaking wasteland. There's just nothing there except for rubble and creatures that want to eat your face off. Yeah, I guess they find the player character as very tasty. The game kind of has a gameplay through tutorial. It's only focused on single player, and generally speaking, it's focused on the story aspects of giving you background and things of that nature of what's going on in the Metro systems and how people are just trying to survive after the bombs have fallen. Well, actually, in this case, it was nuclear missiles. But so we'll leave it at that. If you haven't played through the game, check it out. I'm going to tell you what I liked here about the game. I actually did like the graphics, even though the graphics are a little dated, but they still look really, really good for their age, or at least I feel so. Now, this is the Redux version, which the Redux version actually did have graphic improvements over the original version. I'm not sure how extensive really we're talking. I've actually never personally played the original version of the game to quote on that. The sound I felt was really good. I actually kind of felt like the guns reacted the way, or sounded the way they should sound. You know, a shotgun sounds like a shotgun, a machine gun sounds like a machine gun, things of that nature. The story mode I found very intriguing, especially with Metro Redux. The first game, I liked the story very much. I got very in-depth with the story. Last Light, I felt the story lacked a little bit. I'm not sure if it's really the story or if it's other aspects of the game. I'll get into that here in a little bit. Next is the atmosphere. It's dark, it's dank, it's damp. You can hear, you know, pipes leaking in the background. Light is very poor most of the time. Very often that you're using a flashlight or something else, so you can see things of that nature, and even the way people and creatures react to the light was actually really done, which I'll give kudos to the AI for that, is that they actually do react certain ways to your flashlight being on and light in the room, things of that nature. Kind of in the neutral category here, as I felt Last Light to me lacked somewhere. I'm not sure if it was the story. I just didn't get engrossed into the story. If it felt more linear, however, I still generally enjoyed the game experience and still would play Last Light again, even though I've already played through it twice now. Dislikes. At moments, the AI can be just total shit. Now, you know, don't get me wrong. I pointed out a bit ago about how they react to light, how they react to sound, things of that nature. But I don't know. Sometimes the AI just kind of goes full retard. That's the only way I can put it. And it's definitely noticeable, especially in the Last Light edition of the game. I'm not sure why it was more noticeable in Last Light than it was in Redux. And I think maybe it's because you're more reliant on stealth in Last Light than you do in Redux, even though you do rely on stealth in Redux as well. The next thing, and this is something I had problems with, especially I noticed it in Metro Redux, is that there was some kind of sound issue where I couldn't hear things behind me at all. As you can see here, I just got jumped by something from behind. I didn't know anything was behind me until it was right on me, or until it makes a really loud noise. But if it's just making a little bit of noise, I can't hear it. And even sometimes I missed parts of the story because people were talking to me and they were behind me. So I couldn't hear what they were saying. So I had to basically sit here and read subtitles while also trying to pay attention to where the hell I'm going and make sure I'm not going to fall into a pit or something while I'm walking through the metro. So I'm not sure what that's about. If anybody's got any ideas, feel more than free to throw them at me because it is a bit frustrating, I found, and that is actually like the one part I disliked the most about the game. And it got to the points where it was absolutely frustrating. And it actually got me killed a few times. However, all that being said, I generally really like the game. If you haven't tried it out yet, give it a shot. Or if you've played it, hey, always go back to play it again, especially now with the Sam's Quest part of Metro Exodus coming out. Might be a good time to revisit all three games. Um, right now, it sets on Steam and Epic Games. And I'm going to sit here and say fuck Epic Games right now and fuck everyone who works there. People might know the meme. They both go individually for $19.99 on both stores. However, that being said, and this is one reason you've got to say fuck Epic Games at times, Steam has a Metro Redux bundle, and it is $29.99 currently. That's the regular price. Uh, I could not find that bundle on Epic Games. Not sure if I'm missing something here, but I couldn't find it. But anyway, folks, that's going to cover it. I would highly recommend the game, especially if you can get it on sale or something like that, because you get on sale. I think when it's on sale, you can actually get the Redux bundle for something like, oh, I want to say the Redux bundle goes something for like 19 bucks, 18, 19 bucks. I don't remember how much it was on sale. Unfortunately, I purchased the game over a year ago now. But anyway, folks, thank you very much for tuning in, watching my review of the Metro Redux games. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and hopefully I will see you again for the next video. Have yourself a wonderful week.